Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is my channel all about cross stitch. As you just saw, that was one co-host, Miss Cammie. And here's the other co-host, Mr. Theo. Cam is, I don't know what she's doing, but she's has a bout of the crazy dogs, I guess. Please like and subscribe and share this video to other people so that way it'll reach out to other people who also like this kind of content. So, this is the end of July update. It's a little late, I apologize, but Grandma Joanne had company come in Friday, which was the August 1st, and it was just a busy, hectic weekend, and I didn't have a chance to even try to get a video done, but it is here, and we will do like we always do, and do whips, and then haul, and then life update. So let's get into our whips. How many things did I stitch on since I talked to you guys last? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like 8 different things. All right. Whip number 1 is by Lavender and Lace. This is, excuse me. This is by Lavender and Lace. This is called The Spirit of Christmas, and this is what it'll look like when it is finished. And this is what you guys saw last time. Hold on a second. And this is where it is now. Now this one, I guess I better turn the page, huh? This one, let's see. I started this January 27th of 2025, and it is stitched on 28 count, hand dyed by me. And it is done 2/2 full cross, except for the skin is done 1/1 full cross. And this month I put 1,148 stitches in it, and so far this year I've put 11,745 stitches in it. And I just have this small section underneath here, which I believe is mostly coat, and then he is gonna be complete. This is a gift for my sister Christy. She saw me stitching Mirabilia Winter White Santa, and she wanted it, and I was like, no, I want that one. And I picked out a different one for her. So she's going to be getting this one when it's finished, and I'm hoping to have it finished. Probably not in the month of August, but hopefully I will have it finished by end of September, October, I want to say. All right, that is that one. Next one. Of course, my lumbar bar support pillow, it keeps hunching down, which means children were on my chair and they pushed it all over the place. All right, the next one is by Filipina, and it is Maria McKilling, and this is what it'll look like when it is finished. And this is where you guys saw it last time. And this is where it is now. This I started on March 16th of 2023. It is stitched on 28 count, and it is done 2/2, except for the skin is done 1/1. And I'll get you guys up closer. I put 1,056 stitches in it. So far this year I put 4,362 stitches in it. And that is Maria McKilling. I'm always holding these at like a weird angle. That is that one. I think, I'm not sure exactly where I was stitching on it. I just know that I stitched on it. Actually, I think it was somewhere over in here that I did it. I'm trying to bring it all down to meet. All right. That is that one. Next is by Mirabilia, and almost lost that out of there. This is Mirabilia Winter White Santa, and this is what it will look like when it is finished. And this is where you guys saw it last time. And this is where he is now. I found him on my giant list here. I started this May 25th of 2024, and he is stitched on 28 count, hand dyed by me. He's stitched 2/2, except for the skin is done 1/1. This month I put 1,956 stitches in him. So that brings my total up this year of stitches I put in him is 2,209 stitches. But I'll get you up closer here. And I was working in this section down here. And that is that one. Alright, the next one is also a Mirabilia. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. This one is Mirabilia White Christmas. Right? Yeah. White Christmas. And this is what she will look like when she is finished. And this is where you guys saw her last time. And this is where she is now. This one I got 1,596 stitches in her, and I started her May 21st of 2025. She's stitched on 28 count, hand dyed by me. A lot of the stitches is back stitching in here too, but I don't count those in my stitches. So I guess I did a little Christmas in July stitching. I'll get you guys up close here. I was working on her hair. I was going all over the place to avoid stitching skin. I just didn't have the, motivation to stitch the skin this month. It was just like, I just want easy, mindless stitching. My poor brain couldn't handle anything else. All right. Next one is also by Mirabilia. This is Mirabilia Ophelia. And this is what she will look like when she is finished. And this is where you guys saw her last time. And this is where she is now. Ophelia. Let's see. I put 1,974 stitches in her. So far this year I got 2,504 stitches put into her in total. I started her August 4th of 2024. And she's stitched on 28 count. She's done 2/2, except for the skin is done 1/1. And this is a birthday present for my friend Coral. I was supposed to give it to her last year. Her birthday's in October. And I'm hoping if I start doing a giant push that I can get this done by her birthday. So we are going to just be seeing a lot of this project in the next coming, months. So hopefully I can get a lot more progress done on her. We will see. I mean, I'm pretty fast at stitching. So, but there is a lot to go on that project, and almost like the rest of it is almost all like full coverage stitching. So I might not get as far as I want to. This next one is also by Mirabilia, and you can get this one for free on the Mirabilia Designs website. If you go to the free graphs, I think it is, or free charts, whichever selection it is, and click that, and you'll see Peacock, and you can also stitch this one. So this one is Mirabilia Peacock, and this is what it'll look like when it is finished. And this is where you guys saw it last time. And this is where it is now. Peacock. I put 621 stitches in it, and so far this year I've put 1,676 stitches in it. I started this January 13th of 2025, and it is stitched on 32 count, done 2/2. And that's how far I got on that one. This is also the one, I have all the beads for this project in here because I have to stitch it so many times to give, I think I've told you guys that before, like to give a couple of, my sisters really liked that piece, and my best friend really liked it. There's a couple people that really liked that. They saw my finished version of it hung up at my house, and they liked it, and I was like, that one doesn't take very long. Like, I will stitch your own, like, what color fabric do you want it on sort of deal. But when I had this out stitching on it, I had Mr. Vincent, and Mr. Vincent got the beads out of here and dumped them all in the bag. So I had a really fun time, instead of stitching, separating all the beads back out like they're supposed to be. All right, we have 2 more, and one is a new start. I forgot I even did a new start this month. That's pretty much how my month is going, I guess. All right, this one is also by Bella Filipina, and it is Gaia, the Earth Goddess, and this is what she would look like when she is finished. And this is where you guys saw her last time. And this is where she is now. I put 1,295 stitches in this. So far this year, I've put 2,788 stitches in it. March 30th of 2023 is when I started this, and then she is stitched on 28 count, hand dyed by me, and she's done 2 over 2, except her skin is done 1 over 1, and that's not quite the bottom of her dress yet, but getting pretty close to the bottom of her dress. And I'll get you guys up close here so you guys can really see her and how gorgeous she is. And I think what I did was just completely finish this section right here this month. But she is almost done, and I think if I finish her this year, that'll be my second Bella Filipina finish ever. Because I finished, I finished Lacapati, I finished Aquila, so this would be the third. The third one. All right, one more. Ooh. One more, and this one is a new start. This one is Lavender and Lace, Dance of the Roses, and this is what she will look like when she is finished. And this is where I got to. Just got her head put in. So I put 1,255 stitches in her, and I started her July 18th of this month, and she stitched on 32 count, done 2 over 2, except her skin is done 1 over 1. Let me fold this down. And I didn't quite completely finish her skin there, so we got the thread that's sitting there waiting for me to continue on stitching it. But that is all my whips. And if that is all you were here for to see, thank you so much for stopping by. And please don't think it'll ever offend me if that's all you want to see. I can understand. There are some times where I want to watch the whole video, sometimes where I just want to watch what they bought, sometimes where I just want to watch what they stitched on, and that's it. Come on. Come on. Theo wants to say goodbye too, huh? And I'll see you guys in less than 2 weeks, because what's today, like the 4th, I think. So I'll see you in like 11 days. But I'll see you then. All right, as for haul, so I got kind of lucky. I found a lot of out of print Mirabilias here, but it was a pretty large lot. Some of them don't have like their pictures. Some of them were like the chart only, didn't even have the envelope at all. And I was like, that's all right, I can fix it. But I think it was like $100, maybe $125. And there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if I remember right, only one is in print. Yes, only one is in print. Let me look up real quick and see how much I paid for this, because Okay, I paid $200 for it, which, excuse me, which really honestly isn't bad when you think about it, because some of these patterns in here go for almost $100 on their own. But the person I messaged them and was like, do you know what you have? And that, you know, these could sell for a lot more. And it was from an estate sale, and they're like, yes, we know. And it was just a daughter and siblings that they were just trying to get rid of the last of the things that didn't sell in their big estate sale, because they didn't want them to get thrown away. And I was able to snag these for, like I said, $200. And, you know, it is what it is. But this is Mirabilia Winter Queen. So I got this one. This is the only one that's still in print that I got. And I always stick tags here to make sure that I look and see. Like there's some gunk on the photo and stuff, but I'm not too hard pressed about it. I don't care that the chart is in an absolutely amazing condition, and that's all I care about. The next one was Angel's Proclamation. This is MD 25, and like I said, the chart pristine condition. I'm not gonna complain when I got all of these for, like I said, it was like $200, and some of these go for like $80 alone all by themselves. The next one I got was Crystal Christmas. This is MD 28. Again, the chart pristine condition. I mean, the seal for it doesn't have the seal or anything. I don't really care. What I care about is the chart inside, and it's in good condition. Now, these next three only had the chart, and that is it. That didn't have the folder, it didn't have the picture, none of that. So, in order to protect the charts, I took one of the ones you can still get, and that the seal was already opened on, and stretched it all out on a piece of paper, traced it all out, and I made folders for these just to protect the chart, so that way, you know, there's a little extra protection in them, and I don't have to worry about them bending as easily. But this is Mother's Arms that I got here, and this is ND 11. If it'll focus, there it goes. Oh, then it's going back out. But that is Mother's Arm, and like I said, the chart was in perfect condition. So, and I think this chart is one of the ones that can go for like $80 some. This one I know goes for over $100. This is Spring Queen, MD 34, and like I said, I just taped some stuff together just so that way, you know, the chart itself was protected in here. I mean, you didn't have to worry about, you know, this bending, because this is really, really thick paper. Give it some extra protection there, but that was Spring Queen. And then next one is Autumn Queen. This is MD 45. And again, chart was in perfect condition. It wasn't even wrinkled yet. It just so happened to be slapped in between a bunch of other Mirabilia patterns that were in there. And like I said, the chart is perfect condition. It just didn't have its picture or its envelope. So I just made an envelope myself, so that way it was protected in there, and I don't have to worry about, you know, corners getting dog-eared or something. The next one that I was able to find, well, the next one that was in that group, I just took them all, was the Dreamer. This is MD 8. I don't see a lot of people stitching this one. And it only has 2 Mill Hill beads, and everything else is GMC. So this is the Dreamer, and I will definitely be stitching that one. I guess I just sort of like ran through this video this month, huh? All right, next one is Shimmering Mermaid. This is the MD 71. There it is. And I'm not a big fan of like mermaids and fairies and things like that, but some of these are really pretty, and 9 times out of 10 it probably won't stay in my house anyways, because I'll get it framed and hang it up on my wall, and then somebody will come in and see it and they want me to stitch it for them, and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to stitch that again. Here you go, have it. Next one I got, oh, I think this one is still in print too. I'm not 100% sure. So maybe there were only 2 that were still in print, but I didn't own them, so it didn't matter to me. I still didn't own them. This one is out of print. This is Deepest Love. This is ND42. And not too bad in here either. Two regular Mill Hill beads, seed beads, 1 treasure, and 1 kernick, and that's it. But there is that one. And then the last one I got, I'm pretty sure this one is still in print. A Midnight Summer Fairy. It's the ND30. This one takes a lot of kernick and beads. But it's this one. So I guess I will be I feel like this one's still in print, but I'm not going to look it up right now. I feel like this one is still in print, but I'm not 100% sure. I think so. But that is all the haul that I got this month. Feel pretty lucky and fortunate that I just, the weird story is that like I just came to this, who the heck was I with? I think I was with my mother-in-law, and she wanted to stop because it was like a yard sale, garage sale sort of thing. And so we stopped, and that's when I found these. So lucky for me, she stopped, and I was quite amazed that they were all there. All the thread and the fabric she had were already gone, but those patterns were left. I guess she mostly worked from kits too, and she had a couple kits there too, but I just didn't, they weren't anything I was interested in, so I left those there. Now on to life update. How's things been going? Grandma Joanne has been doing quite well. The only thing that's, she's struggling with her breathing, but I mean, I don't know where this lady gets her strength, but she's still up and taking care of herself and doing, I mean, surprisingly well for not getting the dialysis and stuff. So I'm assuming she has a little more kidney function than any of us thought. So we are just still making memories, and I mean, I go up there and I clean her house for her and do things like that because she just doesn't have the energy to do that stuff. But we've been having lots of fun. On the 18th, our fair was going on, and we had a windstorm whip through here, and it ripped off some shingles off our roof. It was finally our turn to have some shingles ripped off our roof. So my dad and my husband went up the one weekend and fixed it, and you wouldn't even be able to tell that someone had fixed it. Thank God. I guess to also say that like it's pretty common in this area to have that happen. So when you put on a new roof, you usually buy an extra. We had 3 extra bundles of shingles, and just stash them away so that way you still have the same color that you bought. So that way, if they come off, you can just, go back up and essentially patch the roof and not have to, have a spot in your roof that's a different color. So that got done this month. Damon had his birthday. I can't believe that kid is 19 years old now. Abby is still going through physical therapy for her knee. She had her doctor's appointment, and they measured one thigh to the other thigh, and she's 2.5 inches smaller on her thigh that had on her, I guess it would be her left leg that she had surgery on, and compared to the other leg. So they're still doing massive amounts of physical therapy for her. For me, I went and saw my doctor, and she took physical therapy off for me because it's not helping my neck any. And now they're getting ready to, I actually go tomorrow to have injections done, and I'm not looking forward to that because I am somebody who I cannot stand needles, and they freak me out so bad it's not even funny. So say a little prayer for me. Keep me in your thoughts tomorrow, as ridiculous as that sounds, because they're just, you know, stabbing into my neck. But I have noticed that, like, I've still continued doing the exercises that they've given me at physical therapy. I've been going to physical therapy for that since, sometime in April, I want to say. And it's still the same. It's not getting any better or worse. But I've been, like, really, like, stretching my neck out and, like, watching the way I'm holding my posture and everything. And it's not really getting any better. And they've done an x-ray, and of course the doctor's like, well, we don't see anything on x-ray. It's like, yeah, probably because there's probably a pinched nerve somewhere, and you're going to need an MRI to see that. But oh well, got to go through the next steps before, you know, anything really changes. Grandma Joanne also had she had a main blockage to one of her hearts that was found on one of her tests. But because she's not doing dialysis, they can't do that test because it needs to have the dye, and you can't do that because it's bad on your kidneys. But here's the caveat. Nobody, you know, told her that. So when she went to go and do the test, they had a bunch of people come in and were, like, trying to decide whether or not they could do the test or not. And then decided that they couldn't do the test. And so she had to be up there at like 8:30 in the morning, which she's not a morning person. Like, she likes to sleep until 11:30, noon. But she's a night owl. She, you know, is awake until like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, depending on, you know, how easy it is for her to fall asleep. So she was pretty not happy about that. And then because she was having her niece and great niece and I guess great nephews come in to visit her, I moved furniture and slept underneath the furniture and pulled everything out and like super deep cleaned her furniture and stuff, well, her house, and, you know, just went crazy and got all that stuff done. But anyways, that's really all I have to update you on this month. I'm sorry it's such a short video, but I just don't, I'm tired. I am stretching myself thin, and I don't have the energy. But I wanted to get this video out to you guys because I do like sharing my progress with you guys and talking to you guys in the comments and stuff. Tell me all about what you are working on, and I'll see you guys in 11 days. Bye.